The Crystal Palace was the biggest architecture made in all the world. No one had seen something as awesome like that. It was as high as three, because actually, inside of it, it has two enormous trees. This palace was made in 1851 in London. The British were, and they are still, pretty proud of their achievement. This palace was full of crystal. The people said that it was awesome to see something that of that height and of 70% was only of crystal. The Great Exhibition was an event created inside of the Crystal Palace. This event was created for showing technological advances and also for showing what those the countries were making on those times. The Queen Victoria was the one that ordered to create the Crystal Palace. She ordered to create this palace for showing how powerful was and all the technological advances that the country was having.
The court is one of the most important objects that the Crystal Palace in London had. This idea was developed by Owens, Sir Thomas, Paxton, and Andrews, that were the main creators of this court. Richard Owens was the one that had the idea, and with some help of the architecture Andrews, they built this object. The Crystal Palace proclaims that the Dinosaurs Court is globally unique. London was really proud of obtaining this marvelous object that was unique. The idea was first born on New Zealand, and later on it was developed and built on London. An exhibit on the Great Exhibition of May 1851 on the Crystal Palace Museum. This method of creating a marvelous object was also used when the Crystal Palace was almost falling. Sir Hawkins took Owen's ideology and built it again, but he modernized the Dinosaurs Court.
The copper ore is also of New Zealand, and it was taken by three people: Taylor with the Cagaus Company, Reeve, and Lewis in the Great Barrier Island mine. The three of them took it out with workers and then sent it to industries that produce this type of ore. The copper is used as a combination with other metals. It can be used with iron or with any other metal. The country of origin of the iron ore is New Zealand. It was discovered by a company named Purchase. They discovered it in a mine in New Zealand. It was taken out of the mines by different workers of the company and then sent it to industries. The iron ore is used for the production of the metallic iron. So the people in New Zealand were really proud about it because it was a really important discovery, and it was really expensive, so they start winning money.
Okay, so coal was probably one of the most important stuffs in the Great Exhibition, because in that time you practically did everything with coal, from moving a small thing to operate the biggest train there was, or to make things work or move in a fabric. Coal has many uses. Since it's a fuel, we use it to power up things or to cook as well. Not only did New Zealand brought coal, but they also brought new ideas to be used with.
And also, coal affected a lot in nationalism, because nationalism was about how the people felt about their things. So as the people were going into the mines to recollect all the coal, and as they brought it to the factories and to the trains to be worked with, well, that makes them proud because they were the ones who brought it, who worked with it, and well, that's why they are proud of coal. They are coal.
By everything we said, we want to give you understand that New Zealand accord with some objects on the Crystal Palace. Also, that New Zealand has an important contributions to the world. Most of the objects that these countries support with were minerals, but they were really rare and people liked them.